and yields back. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Georgia's 1st District for 5 minutes for questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank all of y'all for being here. I think I'm the last one, so you're almost home, almost finished. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, I'm from the state of Georgia. We're very proud of the fact that we have built the first 2 nuclear reactors in the last 30 years at Plant Vogtle, the largest clean energy plant in the country. We're very, very proud of that. In fact, I will tell you that in the state of Georgia right now, nuclear energy is providing about 30% of our energy needs in the state right now. And it's anticipated in the next decade, because we have for 12 years in a row been the #1 state in which to do business, it's anticipated that we're probably going to need about 9,500 more megawatts of electricity. And that equates to about 2 Plant Vogtles. So we're going to need a lot more electricity in the state of Georgia as time goes on, and we're preparing for it. And I'm very proud, as I say, of my state and the work that we've done in energy. One of the reasons why we've been the #1 state in which to do business for 12 years in a row is because of the fact that we've had reliable, baseload, affordable energy, and certainly that's important. Mr. Williams, I want to ask you, can you elaborate more about what was learned from building Vogtle Units 3 and 4, and did that project help pave the way for future AP1000 reactors?
Thank you, Congressman, and appreciate your kind words about Plant Vogtle. Vogtle was tremendous in terms of jump-starting this nuclear period that we're in right now. As we talked earlier, from Vogtle Units 3 to 4, we experienced a 20% reduction in cost. We tested and commissioned Unit 4 in half the time, and that was based on the application of lessons learned that we had. You know, one of the most important lessons that we learned at Vogtle was you don't start construction until the design is complete, that you make sure that everything is ready to go before you bring the workforce on site to begin putting it together. And that was a critical learning for us. We also learned things about the new licensing process that Vogtle was the first to use with Part 52. All of these learnings can be passed on to the next AP1000, which we think would experience similar cost reductions that we experienced from 3 to 4, but also these learnings apply to other technologies as well as they look to build their technologies.
I want to elaborate on 2 things that you talked about, and that was, #1, the savings between 3 and 4. There were significant savings, and the things that we learned between the building of reactor number 3 and reactor number 4 that resulted in significant savings. Is that correct?
That's correct. We saved approximately 20% in costs going from Unit 3 to Unit 4.
A couple other things I want to mention. First of all, and I think it's interesting to note that I've been told, and I don't think it was in confidence, but I think that you know it was made public, that really, if we do build more nuclear reactors in the state of Georgia, they are looking more toward the AP1000s as opposed to the small molecular reactors.
We believe in the design once, build many approach to nuclear construction. We are currently operating 2 AP1000s. When we look at the technologies that are available to us today, we believe that the best option for our customers and the least cost would be the AP1000 should we choose, and should we mitigate the risk and the barriers that we've laid out here today, should we mitigate those risks, we believe the AP1000 is the right technology.
Great. One other thing is that, whereas I obviously appreciate Southern Company and their commitment to this, the EMCs also were committed to this as well, Oglethorpe Power and some of the others in the state of Georgia. So it was truly a collaborative effort and a team effort.
That's exactly right, Congressman. There were four owners of that unit, which represents all of the utility customers in Georgia. Obviously, Georgia Power Company with the largest share, Oglethorpe Power Company, the Municipal Electric Authority of Georgia, and the City of Dalton.
Good. Last thing, tell me about the federal involvement. How was the federal policies and commitments and guarantees, how important were they?
The public-private partnership was critical to building Vogtle. We've talked about the loan programs and the loans that we received that ultimately saved our customers hundreds of millions of dollars. Also, the production tax credits that were available for Vogtle are reducing the cost of those units for our customers today?
I would be remiss if I did not mention, because I represent Plant Hatch, and they're in my district, and that also makes up part of the 30% of the power that is generated through nuclear power for the state of Georgia. Again, as you can tell, I'm very proud of our state and what we've done. That's why I waved on to this subcommittee. I'm not a member. I'm a member of the full committee, but not this subcommittee. But I wanted to sing our praises in the state of Georgia and what we've done in nuclear energy. So thank y'all all for being here, and I'll yield back.